So what cards should you use in triple threat? Well, traditionally, a point guard, a wing player, and a big are used. But in triple threat, the choice is yours. If you want to run 3 7-footers out there, you can. Or maybe you want to play small ball and you want to put 3 point guards out there. Well, you can do that too. The important thing is to develop a strong play style, get comfortable with it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Memphis, Tennessee, the destination for the Lakers. One of the most fierce competitors in the entire league. Jimmy Butler has no quit, and he's got his team ready to play as they settle in for game time at FedEx Forum. Lakers, Grizzlies. Tip-off coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there, and that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick-and-roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And for Memphis, John Collins is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, then it's DeRozan, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. Now here's DeRozan. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. From deep, Rose. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent execution in a very tough spot. Shots like this show Rose has amazing poise under pressure.
Thompson outside. Fires for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Tatum. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Here's the Lakers with the ball. Outside Butler. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
On defense, the Grizzlies. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Butler. And Tatum pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
And that one falls for Tatum.
During his rookie season, Jason Tatum was Boston's go-to guy in the Eastern Conference Finals. A rare opportunity, and that young fella delivered at a high level.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Now here's Paul. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Passes it to Valanciunas. Butler from outside. And no good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
He gets it in there.
Always one of the league's most accurate jump shooters, Chris Paul can flat out knock him down.
Rose passes to Collins. Kicks it to Tatum. And Paul pulls it down. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2, they come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Boy, that's an outstanding job by Tobias Harris there, keeping his composure and concentration, then converting while under pressure. Well done.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
And it's Rose penetrating, and Rose throws it down.
You know, once he starts going downhill, Rose is impossible to stop. He doesn't settle for simple layups. He's throwing that thing down.
Now here's Valanciunas. Last game he had 13. Thompson right side, and stolen by Tatum. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. He had a nice open look right there.
Well, a nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Harris outside. To the middle. The kick outside to Butler. Shot clock at 5. And they double up Butler. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's the Lakers with it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Chris Paul, 4th.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Rose passes to Collins. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And good that time.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Paul. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And, you know, this is where Paul likes to work his magic. Very effective at making the right pass in the pick and roll.
Here's DeRozan after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Count it, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the basket by Harris.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Now here's Tatum. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harris outside. To the paint, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Butler against DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Well, I tell you what, DeRozan really packs a punch now. He's an explosive athlete with really good strength. I mean, he's got great size for a backcourt dominant scorer.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Well, as we enter the back half of the season, some players are worn down. But, Greg, are there certain players who really dial in at this point, who find traction with their game?
No doubt about it, Kevin, especially for the veterans who understand it's a marathon and not a sprint. You really are trying to build up towards this portion and take your game and your mindset to another level. So this is a time for those guys when they just start to hit their stride. And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And Memphis making a change here. Baines is checked in. Lakers trail by 6. Paul looking around, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Smart's checked in for Memphis. And here is Los Angeles now. Harris dishes to Paul. Harris against Smart. Butler from outside. Collins grabs the miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
Baines against Paul. Valanciunas passes to Paul. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Nice aggressive move by Paul. You know, for a little guy, he knows exactly how to finish inside. Very good at making it happen against bigger players.
DeRozan for 3. That one no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Goes back up. Valanciunas, good.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Now, here's Mitchell. He also had a big impact in that win against the Kings. Pass to Baines. 6 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No good from Valanciunas.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And stolen by Butler. And it's the Lakers on the break. Butler with the ball. Ball with the bucket.
Paul is solid and sound in his mechanics. I mean, he gets squared up before he shoots. Really good balance and excellent follow-through.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Rodney Hood comes in for Donovan Mitchell. The Lakers also changing it up. Nancy's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. McDermott comes in for Butler. And Wiggins is subbed in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Smart. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Hood for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Ingles against Nance. Harris, right side. Clock at 6. Paul for three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And he's so aggressive offensively. I like his assertiveness. CP3 not taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets the pass.
Now, here's Baines. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Ricky Rubio checked in for Tobias Harris. DeRozan against Wiggins. DeRozan gets the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Memphis has gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Here's DeRozan. Baines trying to get open.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Paul passes to McDermott. No good. And the Grizzlies with possession. Hood kicks to Smart. The pass to Baines. Shoots over Rubio. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Lakers trail by 3. Paul passes to Nance. To the inside, Rubio. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
This is what Rubio gives you. Effort combined with skill. Able to finish through contact.
Smart finds DeRozan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So There's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Free throw good, Wiggins.
You know, it's interesting. Some people say Wiggins should play meaner, but to me the most important thing is that he improves his overall game every year.
Both good from the line that time. Memphis leading. Outside DeRozan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Lakers. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. Greg, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's DeRozan. Connects on the 9-footer. DeRozan's got 16 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Nance. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Paul. Off target at the rim. Memphis leading by 3. And a wide open look for Hood. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rubio outside. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, I like the fact that Rubio is looking to put the ball on the deck to get his shot.
Here's Smart. Outside Hood. Lets it go from deep. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And a tremendous offensive catalyst, Chris Paul recently talked about the defensive side.
First and foremost, we just got to do better. And I think the first place where we need to improve is on the defensive end. We've played so many close games this year. It's like we try to make every game interesting.
Spoken like a future head coach, Greg.
And when it comes to closing, CP3 wants to leave nothing to chance.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Joe Ingles. Rodney Hood out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Rubio outside. On the wing, Wiggins, covered by Hood. The 9-foot shot. And it's Wiggins missing.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Ingles passes to Tatum. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Nance with some nice D.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Inside, Valanciunas. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Boy, Andrew Wiggins, the former first overall pick, showing off his passing skills there.
Outside Tatum. Dishes to Smart. Drops in the tray. Smart's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense, had overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Collins checked in for Aaron Baines. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Hood. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Smart. And the Lakers also making a change. Butler's checked in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. That shot misses. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And it's Mitchell missing. Lakers trail by 5. Wiggins kicks to Nance. Rubio with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Butler, no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Ingles can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Wiggins passes to Valanciunas. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Harris is checked in for Los Angeles. Thompson comes in for Ricky Rubio. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Poked loose, and so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Pass to Thompson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. From downtown.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
From deep Ingles. It's hauled in by Harris. Lakers trail by 3. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Outside Collins. On its way from Rose for 2. And again, Memphis no good. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Thompson for the triple. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And this is what Thompson is known for. A dead-eye perimeter shooter with impeccable form.
Here's Rose. Collins kicks to Tatum. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Thompson. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Rose. Collins trying to break free. Rose can't hit.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Wiggins with it, working on Collins. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Solid interior defense, but Wiggins with the body control to adjust. Nicely done.
And here's Rose. He has 5. And the dunk by Rose.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Passes to Ingles. There's the dish to Mitchell. Count it. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Valanciunas, good.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Pass to Collins. He kicks to Rose. With some arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Butler. Thompson outside. There's the pass to Wiggins. Thompson outside from past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 5 assists tonight. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Ingles. Here's Mitchell. Outside Tatum from outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tatum doing a nice job recognizing when to let it fly and when not to. A very capable threat from outside the arc.
Passes it to Valanciunas. And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Joe Ingles. Paul's checked in for Los Angeles. Butler feeling it out a bit. Pass to Paul. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. And the wide open shot from Rose. No good. That would have tied it.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Now here's Butler. He had 16 points in the win against Golden State.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
And here is Mitchell. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers on D. DeRozan finds Mitchell. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Butler against DeRozan. Butler, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. And Marcus Smart has subbed in for Rose. And the Lakers also making a switch. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And so Collins nails both of them. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
The Lakers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. Here's Mitchell. And the layup is good. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night.
One of the more powerful young guards in our game. Mitchell loves to attack the heart of the defense.
Smart against Paul. Thompson for the triple. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. DeRozan against Harris. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Shoots the three. They get it back. Here's Collins. And the baseline jumper, no good. Los Angeles leading by 8. Thompson inside the line. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Thompson's got 24.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
DeRozan surveying the D. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Hood's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Ricky Rubio checked in for Chris Paul. And they double up DeRozan. Outside Hood. 5 to shoot. Some solid defense from Harris. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Now here is Harris. Great D that time from Hood. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Here's DeRozan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Nance.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
Now here's Rubio. Now the pass to Nance. And here is Harris. He's guarded by Collins. Thompson is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Grizzlies now. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Pass to Baines. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so he makes both from the line. Now Rubio. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. "16 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Smart dishes to Baines. This one for three, and that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first half. Lakers ahead. They're up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 24 points. And Tobias Harris, a player that can slot in at both forward spots. So, big fella, when he's on the floor, you like him better as a 3 or as a 4?
Well, when Harris plays a 3, he worries too much about setting up others. I want him to focus on finishing plays at that 4. Dominate the ball, man.
Yeah, you can't ignore his size advantage when he's at the 3. You know, Harris can bully those smaller defenders easily.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Paul. Tobias Harris is out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Now DeRozan after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And it's DeRozan missing. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's Butler. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now here's Rose. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 20 points.
DeRozan is a man on a mission tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen DeMar any sharper than this.
And the foul on Rose. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Harris against Mitchell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. That's good from Harris.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. DeRozan passes to Collins. Just 5 to shoot. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And stolen by Tatum. Passes it to Mitchell. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Thompson for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Collins dishes to DeRozan. Butler with the steal. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Lakers again in transition.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
For Los Angeles, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Pass to Tatum. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Outside Butler. He feeds it to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Wiggins is checked in for the Lakers. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
And, you know, for the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Paul can't get it to go.
And pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
And stolen by Wiggins. That's a 2 from Butler. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 15 to the paint and finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
And there's the pass to Butler. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rose.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And that one falls for Paul.
Both prolific and efficient. Ultra competitive as well. Paul is a double-double threat who shoots a very high percentage from the floor and line.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Paul drills both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now, here's Collins. He's got 6. DeRozan passes to Mitchell. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Shots good from Butler. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And here's DeRozan. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer, 5 to shoot. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mitchell against Paul. Down low, Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there beautifully.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now the Lakers on the break. The shot by Paul, no good. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 11th in rebounding, 14th in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle. Both ends every play, really helping his team compete for wins. On the wing, Ingles, covered by Wiggins. Now here's DeRozan. He's got 22.
Boy, I tell you, DeRozan put so much pressure on the defense, he practically forces guys to foul.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
No good on the free throw. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled if they played when I played. What do you think of that line thing?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys work back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. First trip to the line for him here.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Free throw, good Butler.
And, you know, Butler has elevated himself to one of the game's all-star players, an all-around player who thrives on competition.
And so Butler nails both of them. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Here's DeRozan, 23 points in the game. To the middle, here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. McDermott with it. Tatum on him, and they call an illegal screen here. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. In third, the Lakers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Smart finds Baines. Now here's DeRozan, covered by Wiggins. Pass to DeRozan. He's off on that one. Wiggins with some nice D. Paul with the 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Oh, Nance in position. And they're moving it up. Moving it up. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The shot by Paul, nobody around. Off target with his 3. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Ingles dishes to Smart. Kicks to DeRozan. Tatum with it. 14 points for him. Clock at 4. Over McDermott. Nance gets the rebound. Lakers leading by 20. And stolen by Tatum. And it's Memphis on the break. DeRozan leading the charge.
Boy, for a player who can be a one-man offense, DeRozan's got plenty in his passing game skill set, too.
LA has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Butler against DeRozan. Nance passes to Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he can't get the first one. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Grizzlies. Ricky Rubio checked in for the Lakers. He hits the second from the line. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Smart deciding where to go with it. Inside, here's Baines. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Rose, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Thompson's checked in. Outside Tatum. Passes to Rose. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hood. Good on both. Lakers leading by 15. Rubio outside. He dishes it to Nance. It's rebounded by Memphis. Baines has got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum's shot is off. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. Thompson with the bucket.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Smart passes to Baines. Dishes it to Rose. That one falls. Rose has got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Nance, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 15. 3-on-3. Nance against Rose. Hood on the wing. 8 points for him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 7th assist here tonight. Tatum looking around. Pass to Smart. Memphis moving it around. And it's good for 2. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding his teammates.
Rubio the pass to Thompson. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Rose kicks to Smart. The pass to Tatum. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Thompson passes to Rubio. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside Rose. Tatum against Rubio. And here is Tatum. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Rose is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Collins in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Thompson inside the line. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Thompson's got 37. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Pass to Hood. Back to Rose. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just strong, tough action from Rose there. Staying in control and getting the job done with authority.
And Memphis making a change here. DeRozan's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Paul's checked in.
One side.
Well, I tell you what, this guy gives you everything he's got when he's out there, and that's what you love about Derrick Rose, how fierce he is as a competitor.
Los Angeles leading by 14. To the paint, here's Valanciunas. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Tatum, and stolen by Harris. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. He kicks it to Paul. Trying to find Thompson, he gets it to him. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. That free throw good from Thompson. And it's Rose with the ball for Memphis. On the wing, DeRozan. Over Wiggins. DeRozan's shot is off.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
To the wing on the left. Passes it to Valanciunas. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Wiggins against DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Lakers leading by 21. Pass to Wiggins. Wiggins drawing the double team. Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 8th assist in the game. Rose dishes to Collins. Tatum on the wing. Unloads. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. For 3, Harris, and another 3 for the Lakers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Memphis has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. DeRozan against Wiggins. From deep, Rose. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Now Thompson. The pass to Valanciunas. Out to Thompson. Pass to Wiggins. Paul with the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Chris, he's checked in for Tatum. Dennis Smith comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Ish Smith in for Derrick Rose. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Alex Caruso comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Maledon subbed in for Chris Paul. Ntilikina passes to Harris. And here is Maledon. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And yes, it's good. DeRozan's got 28 points for the game.
You know, one of the biggest fears when you face a team like this with DeRozan is his ability to run the floor. And when he does that, he can hurt you on the break.
Now, here's Maledon. The dish to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. That's good on the jump shot. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's an elite shooter with a lot of sweet spots. Defenses have to mark and keep an eye on Harris from mid-range.
Chris kicks to DeRozan. Memphis moving that ball around. Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. DeRozan's got 12 points here in the second half. LA's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
Pass to DeRozan. Out to Smith. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Lakers take it the other way. To the inside. Here's Caruso. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Smith. And he misses his first shot of the game. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Memphis. Smith finds DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan for 3. Smith. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Yeah, I like seeing Smith catch and fire. I mean, he's really good at getting in the lane off the dribble, but when he can catch and fire, that's even better.
And the Lakers call time here. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Marcus Smart comes in for Dennis Smith. And it's Rose in for Ish Smith. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Jimmy Butler comes in for Alex Caruso. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And it's Paul in for Maledon. DeRozan passes to Collins. Here's Ingles. But they get it back. Valanciunas against Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Tries yet again. And it's DeRozan missing. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Butler kicks to Paul. Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And all you have to do is throw the ball in Butler's direction and he'll handle the rest for you, believe me. Fantastic at finishing on the alley-oops.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. Marquise Chris comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Cook subbed in for Rose. Here is Cook. Pass to Collins. Over Valanciunas. And too long on the shot.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good. Two.
First one falls for him. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Hood comes in for Marcus Smart. And then for Los Angeles, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Alex Caruso comes in for Klay Thompson. And Maladon subbed in for Chris Paul. And Harris drops them both. So it's the Grizzlies now. Here is Cook. And the pass to Baines. The shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Lakers controlling the game. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Caruso's got 4 this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And it's Cook missing. LA's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Here's Harris. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Pass to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's finished off inside by Kaminsky.
Those arms of Kaminsky go on forever, which helps them snag these second chance opportunities.
Hood drives in. To the middle. Here's Baines. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Maladon passes to Caruso. And stolen by Chris. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Ingles kicks to Baines. Passes to Cook. Six on the shot clock. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The Lakers another fast break chance right here. Caruso, the pass to Valanciunas. Harris inside, covered by Hood. Harris's shot is off. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Hood gets the bucket. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Lakers. Up and in on the layup. Harris has got 16 points here in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Theo Maladon picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Collins checked in for Aaron Baines. And Smith subbed in for Joe Ingles. And then for the Lakers, Nance comes in for Valanciunas. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Harris. Here is Cook. Hood, the pass to Smith. And now here's Chris. 4 on the clock. Poked away. Pass to Maladon. Now here's Kaminsky. Here's Nance. The three-pointer no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here is Maladon. There's the pass to Caruso. Here's Maladon, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
I'm sure it meant a lot to them not letting a conference opponent get the better of them. That's important to them for sure.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Klay Thompson.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Collins. Both shots good from the stripe. The Lakers controlling the game. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Caruso. The Lakers working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Kaminsky inside. He's against Smith. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Maladon. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, you know. I think the whole team played great. You know, we shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions. You know, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.